I also want us to talk about the plans for the some of the gaps that currently exist for rapid response, evacuation, flood mitigation, care for the displaced persons. Because I want to assume that a lot of the preventive measures you talked about will not happen in the course of a year, may not be completed before the next flooding happens. So, what would you do differently as governor to improve government's capacity to handle this?
That's a great question, Sandra. So the first aspect of it, when you think about why do we lack all of this, what's the fundamental reason why there is a lack of response? You can put your finger down to a lack of care. A lack where we tend to see a government that does not care about people and does not care about the suffering of people. And so you need to put people first and put them inside the frame of whatever you're going to do. When you do that, then it becomes easy for you to begin to think about, how can I prevent further suffering of someone? If you know a flood is going to come and the person's farmland is within an area where they're going to flood, and you know that when that flood comes, what they will lose is their crop first of all. So their sense of livelihood is gone right off first. Then the first thing you need to do is begin to provide either cash that would help them go back, or you provide a store for grains and food that they can. So you must provide that. So that conditional cash that is for rapid response, for just keeping people from falling into poverty, is something you must begin to build. So that's something we will do. Silos. Food. How do I take your crop? Collect it now, because I know that there is a flood that is going to come. You are going to lose your sense of livelihood. So pack it. When you are going to feed, how are you going to feed? Not just eat for that day, but are you going to be able to replant? They are going back. Now the flood has receded. People have gone back into the farm. How are they farming? Where are they getting the seed that they are going to need to go back into farm? Government is not providing that. And these are things that we must think about. If you don't have the people at the center of your thought, then you have a problem. You're going to have diseases that will come. Mosquitoes, malaria, all of those things that are going to come as a result of the flood water and all. Who is dealing with that? So these are you've talked about the longer term. I talked about the longer term issues, solutions, but there are immediate solutions which you've pointed out. And those immediate solutions can be dealt with immediate short-term measures. And we know what to do.